I really missed RWBY, but by God, I have not missed the discourse. This is my review for RWBY Volume 8, Episode 1. If you haven't seen the episode yet, you may want to before watching this review. RWBY generally has strong starts to its volumes, and this is no exception, nor is it anything special. The heroes reunite with Oscar and group up with two of the Happy Huntresses as they discuss the next step. This conversation is intercut with them beginning to execute said steps, which is a nice touch when compared to prior volumes. There's also this nice bit with Nora and Oscar that really highlights how serious the situation is. Every other time they've been reunited, she's pounced on him. Here, she's a lot more subdued. I also like that there's some tension among the group, but I'll talk about that when I get to my complaints. The scene with the villains is also great, but all it does is reinforce dynamics from previous volumes. Emerald goes in for a hug and is rejected like in Volume 2. Tyrion taunts Cinder just like Volume 4, Salem lectures Cinder just like Volume 5, and Neo is being treated like a tool rather than a full-fledged partner, which was alluded to by the end of Volume 7. But this is a good time to mention how this episode starts. Yep, we are definitely getting a lot more Cinder this volume. Better late than never, I guess. And then the scene that was also decent but conflicting. Ironwood was a better character as he was in Volume 7, full stop. The writers failed at making him a one-note dictator, and the result was a better and more nuanced character than they intended. Here they succeed in doing what they wanted to do in the last two episodes of Volume 7, and the result is a much less interesting character. But we see the scene from Winter's perspective, and they will hopefully do something interesting with that. Now for some more complaints. I'm not feeling the redesigns for Hazel, Emerald, and Mercury. Maybe they'll grow on me, but my first thoughts were not pleasant. As for the Grimm, several characters say this is the biggest Grimm horde anyone had ever seen, but it doesn't really look any more dire than Volume 3. And then, back where we started, the heroes. There are two complaints I have with the scene, and both of them kind of rooted in the same problem. The first and more obvious one is that Nora and Ren seem to have switched places. In Volume 7, Nora wanted to save everyone in the kingdom, and Ren wanted to make the more pragmatic approach. Even though this is the most obvious issue, you can hand-wave it as the effects of their loss in Volume 7 and wait to see where they go with it. The more pressing flaw is Yang. She questions RWBY's leadership and blames her for the current situation. Yang never took RWBY's lead though. She's the one who told the plan to Robin. She's the one who broke Ironwood's trust. She's the reason Ironwood wouldn't listen to them. And RWBY's failure to step up and shoot her down makes her, in this whole scenario, weaker. The conflicts are alright, but unlike Volume 7, they're not rooted in the characters' motivations. But as this is all set up, we'll wait and see where, if anywhere, they take this. I'm Mediocrity4, thanks for watching.